Right. Let's hope that this doesn't crash now. That was a bit worrying. I was looking for longs off open, but yeah. Never mind. Seems like it wanted to get there 10 minutes early. We still have this buy side up here. This was pre-market. So now I guess we'll see. I do like the idea of honestly coming back down and knocking this sell side out now, because these are relative equal lows now. So that's a thing. That buy side's been knocked out. We have equal highs here, equal lows there. Oh my god, ES is so out of sync. ES is really strong by the looks of it. Just keep eyeballing my stream now because it crashed before. Morning, Mr. Journey. Just let me know if the stream is okay. I don't know if it's gonna be, if it's buffering or anything. Morning, Don P. Hope you're all well after yesterday. We are having a significant gap up as well. Wait, 19850. Okay, never mind, no we're not. About 50-60 points. This is shaping up to me to at least to be a pretty difficult day. But we'll see how obvious it gets open. Music to voice ratio is a little too high. Sort that out. How's that? Is that any better? Get music quieter, I can follow you a little better. Scab 920 me, of course you did, Journey, of course you did. I'll turn the music down a little more. How's the music now? Yes, better. Okay, I'll keep it there. Of course you scalped that long, Journey. Of course you did. I mean, that was a pretty nice call from me in the Discord, but no real 2022 in there. Especially like, you know I don't like entering before open. If you wanted to be really aggressive with the 2022, you could have entered there. Stop loss there. Obviously, that would have been an incredible entry. But yeah, not much to be said there other than what a random move at 920. Looking for equal highs, but trailed stop really tight. Honestly, Journey, you and me are going to have issues if you keep catching so many winning trades. When you have a drum beat, it needs to be quiet. Seems good now. Okay. Most of the beats are drum beats, to be fair. I'll knock it down a tiny bit more, just because like there's nothing worse than me being drowned out by the music. I'll turn my voice up a tiny bit as well. Do 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 do. I catch a lot of losing ones too. Not recently. I'm curious at open whether we go. I was long when we were down here. Now I'm 50-50 going into the open. I was hoping that we just like banged around for a bit before open, and then maybe what I ideally wanted to see was a bit more of this, and then at open something like that. But yeah, instead we got it. Instead we didn't come lower. We just went straight up. So now, yeah. If it's going to break this low and give like a 2022 towards these lows, that's going to be tricky, but I will try and enter on it. If we get something like this. But we could just as easily get something like that. So it's not my favourite place to enter. We are in the middle of a new day opening gap though. Like there's a new day opening gap. Like right here. That's open. We also opened with an upwards gap, so that is a indicator of at least bearishness for the first 30 minutes as we target the midpoint of the gap, but it looks like it's going to get there straight away. What a sporadic opening. You like that word, sporadic. We're educated around here. Well, there's midpoint of the gap, and here comes the sell side. Yeah, this isn't going to be a good day. I'm already thinking about hands off the fundeds and just going on to an eval. This is a potential 930. Yeah, this is a 930 fair value gap. This is a day where I'll use the 930 fair value gap 100%. I'll explain why later. Please don't tell me we're just going to melt off again. I can't be bothered if we just melt off again. What have we got down here? New day opening, daily fair value gap, like retap. We have previous day's low all the way down there, but we came into this daily fair value gap yesterday and rejected it. So that was kind of hinting to me that maybe bullishness was the move today. Go and yeah, wait for price to tell me. Yeah, it's one of them days. Liquidity not taken up top. Yeah, all the way up there. Yeah, but this was a good liquidity sweep. But I do yeah, I like this liquidity still. We'll see. But yeah, this is a day I'll use the 930 fair value gap as first presented. It's a fucking enormous one. And the basis of that is that we had relative equal highs on the regular trading hours chart here. And we closed above them, or opened above them, sorry. So we had this sell side, or this buy side liquidity on the regular trading hours. We opened just above it, closed back in it. So this is exactly when ICT teaches to use 930 as first presented. One of the reasons. Let me just drag this off screen real quick. Loading up my Bullinox eval as well. Oh god, it's done that thing where it's got everything open. I don't want time and sales, I don't want the order book, I don't want any of that. Oh god, how can I get it back? Come back. Where are you? I've dragged it so far off screen I can't get it. Oh god, what an idiot. I do this? There you are. Gotcha. Delete that 15-minute further you go. 1.0 hit, see if it leaves sell side or takes it now. Yeah, I didn't see a reason to be in that short either. I mean, there was no setup for me anyway. This is technically a 2022, but it's not one that I want to take because I'm bullish today. If these were equal lows, I would take it, but they're not. Only just this one's lower. So a lot of people are going to be labeling this as first presented today, the 931. But I do in fact believe that 930 is the first presented today. Or at least the more quality first presented. We also have a new week opening up in here as well. There is a lot to say that this will go bearish. I have everything here to go bearish except a target. Probably the most important thing to have. Like, the only thing I could target really is this sell side pool here, maybe. I don't really like it though. I'm bullish on the day. I don't want to long, I don't want to short on a day that I'm bullish. I'll either wait for longs or I'll not be a part of the move and wait till tomorrow. There was so many 2022s last week that like I just didn't end up taking for the risk reward thing. So maybe there's not going to be that many this week since there's just so many last week. Obviously it doesn't exactly work like that, but I'm just so terrified to short anything since we're at all-time highs. And we've just tapped into a daily discount array in the form of this daily fair value gap and hit it, reacted so nicely at the midpoint. I just don't want to short it. I don't know what more to say. I don't want to short this. I want to long it. See, I wonder how many people are going to be longing it right now from like a first presented inversion. Doom, doom. We also dropped right into a new day opening gap as well, I just realised. From, that's today's new day opening gap, if I just pop them on the chart, see. We came from a new day opening gap down to a new day opening gap. And these two, is it these two? Yeah, these two new day opening gaps, we bounced off it perfectly there during Asia. Bounced off this one, like straight from this one to this one, from the higher one to the low one. Back up. Danced around up here for a bit, and then open, literally shot up. Did the bodies respect that? Yeah, the bodies respected that perfectly, and then short down to this one. It's like we're in a range between these two new opening gaps. We also have we have medium impact news at 10, by the way, guys. So just be aware of that. Although it's just medium impact hit pretty heavily last Friday. So yeah, just be cautious of the medium impact news. I believe it's, what is it? Is it consumer? No, consumer sentiments. I put it in the Discord, wherever it is. Let me check. Is it Richmond? No, it's existing home sales. That's what it is. Of course. So yeah, even more of a reason to hands off on this if I'm not certain on anything, because the news could be the catalyst for the more obvious move that I will take. Typically on medium news days, I get home sales. Yeah, don't worry, I saw it, Johnny. Typically on medium 10 a.m. median news days, or even 10 a.m. high impact news days, I will like get my trade signals at sort of 10:30, just after 10 or 10:30 is normally when I'll get my setups to form. This looks okay for a short. Like, it looks like a nice continuation move, but I just don't like it. I don't trust it. I'm also deleting this sell side liquidity since that's been swept. I'm going to try and be a little bit quieter today because, like, I'm trying to trade today. The first 2 days of this week, I genuinely was just not bothered about trading at all. Today I would like something, but what I want and what the market actually offers me is obviously two completely different things. What I am thinking is taking this in the Bull and Ox Evo. That is the Bull and Ox model right there, so you know what, I am going to go ahead and just do it because it is the model. The only thing I don't like, I want to see if, I want to see if it comes up. Oh, fuck it, we'll just enter. We'll set the limit order anyway. Take profit at the low of the day. I like that little, it's more of a little scalpy move, I'm okay with that. And like I say, it's a 2022 from the first presented. That is what I keep saying this model is going to be, so that's what it is. I'm going to reduce my stop to the high of this candle there. One tick above that high. And if we start to displace lower, I'll go break even. On the bigger chart, I'm looking at the fact that we have this 1 minute on the 1 minute chart. Looking at the fact that we have this fair value gap here, although it's small. Okay, now I'm gonna go to break even. I'm being really, really aggressive with this account, if it's not obvious. Because it's a heightened risk, because it's an eval, I'm trading it aggressively, which means more risk, quicker moves to break even, all that sort of stuff. It's looking good. I'm going to trail above this high now. Yeah, nice. Okay, eval trade done. Bang. Back to the fundeds. Dubs in the chat for the evals. Now, will it go to previous day's low? That's the question. We have sell side here. We've just knocked out Asia's low. Back inside that daily fair value gap. I don't think, like, if you're genuinely asking me, I think we take this sell side, and then I want to see long still. I short it just because it's a small, like, from first presented down to lower day. Nothing crazy. Small little... That's a small move for me. Catching a, what? So, I mean, it's 50 points, but it was a... How, like, I was in somewhere around here. So it was, what, like a 5-minute trade. I shorted there with an 80 ticks trailing stop, took me out there, but I think it's going lower. Yeah, I mean, it could do what it did yesterday and just kind of drop off a cliff. But I'd honestly just be annoyed more than anything if it did do that. But there we go. There we go, by the way. So 9:30 first presented today. There, you just saw the exact, like, the proof why. The proof is in the pudding. So many people would have got caught trying to long that, I can guarantee. From, oh my god, yeah, I guarantee from this reaction here. So if we draw out this one, so many people will have seen break above, retest, didn't go in the lower half of the bodies, and then longed somewhere in here. And then got stopped out because... There's a video that ICT did where he will explain it. So if I go onto regular trading hours chart, the fact that we had this buy side here, on the regular trading hours, which is 1, session liquidity, 2, relative equal highs from the previous day on regular trading hours, we opened just above it and then closed below it with a displacement candle. On days like this, when you see this, that is when you will use the 9:30 as the first presented fair value gap. And as you can see today, we broke lower at 9:30. A million people will have got caught trying to long this, thinking that the 9:31 was the first presented, and then instead I shorted because I'm the best trader in the world. Okay, now I would be open to getting something on my TopStep evals. So the fact that we stopped just shy of this sell side here, that is making me want to see something like this. is what I want to see. Something like that. And I'll be happy. And then I'll long that up to these relative equal highs. So I'm thinking 10 AM news is going to be the catalyst for that. Catalyst for that move. If not, then it wants to go lower, and I will happily just let it go lower. And maybe potentially short it going into Thursday, Friday, depending on how we treat this daily fair value gap. At the moment, like I said, we have stayed in the upper half. We've not even stayed in the upper half. We wicked down into it, came back, closed above it. That's a very bullish sign. If this, like today, we could literally just be open, run up a little bit, engineer some liquidity, come back, tapped the daily fair value gap high once more before leaving it and going back for highs. Or if it doesn't do that today and it breaks lower, I won't get a trade long, but I will wait for tomorrow or Friday. I will wait for, basically I'll wait for a close below this daily fair value gap and then a retest of it, an inversion of it, and then I will target these daily lows here. That's my two hypotheses. It is back up, retap, up, or it is close below, retap, shoot for, like, I don't know, this wick midpoint as a start. Obviously I'm not going to catch the fucking massive, what's that, like a 200-300 point short, but I can catch some of it. Notice how, I hope Chris Knox is in here. Notice how this fair value gap looks like it failed if you draw it from the wick, but if you extend it up to the body because there's a volume imbalance, still respected it. Yes, I will wait. Good call, Don P. Good call. My neck really needs to crack. Oh no, it's not cracking. My neck's just like really tight. I don't know why. Ah. Ooh, I need a massage. Five-minute swing low being respected so far. Was hoping it would fall for the 950. We'll wait. I am green. No reason to take. Yeah, and absolutely no reason to take a chance. 7 minutes before news. I'm expecting something like, obviously what I said before. We break lower from here. Knock out 159.50, which is the lunch hour of yesterday, I believe. Yeah, this low here. 12:30 low. The 15-minute chart. Even if we, I was gonna say even, I don't know. We'll see. What's ES doing? Because the fact that ES is really strong. Oh, okay. So at the open, ES decided to kill itself. Interesting. ES doesn't have anything bearish to reach for, in the form of like close proximity relative equal lows. Even on the daily chart, there was SMT at those, the equal lows that NQ had on the daily. ES swept them, so there's like strong bullish SMT on the daily. But it doesn't mean that NQ can't come and get them, obviously. ES swept previous day's high. Not even previous day's high, it swept all-time highs. That makes a bit more sense as to why, yeah, ES swept all of its buy-side liquidity. I mean, it actually swept it overnight, but it's just re-swept it again and open and then displaced lower. That is just the high of, yeah, all-time highs on ES. Makes sense as to why ES is dropping, at least momentarily. Methinks we will pick it up I'm actually bursting for the toilet though, so I'm going to have to like just run away for a few minutes, and this is the best chance I'm going to have to do it because it's news. So I will be right back, boys. Give me a few minutes. Okay, I am back. What happened while I was gone? Absolutely nothing. Exactly what I was expecting. Ba-bum. I really like longs from here. Does anyone else appreciate the longs? Or just me? I can feel. Not yet, Journey says. And Meg put loads of tongue out emoji faces. I want to see the low sweep as well. I want to see this. I want to see the sell side get swept at news, and then I want to see this. 5-minute wick went past CE2. Just saying. 5-minute wick went past CE. Right. Okay. I gotcha, Dumpy. See what this news does in 45 seconds. 15 seconds until news. Here comes sell side. Now, will we melt off, or will we get the reversal that I want to get? Let's see. I'm really into 5-minute wicks from 9:30 to 10ish. You love your wicks, Mr. Wiz. I'm gonna start calling you Mr. Wick instead. Well, that news was a bit lackluster. I mean, there's a sell side sweep. Medium impact news is honestly the most unpredictable news ever. Like that 5-minute, oh, not the 5-minute, oh god, what did I just do? No, I only copied price. The 10, no, was it 10? Yeah, 10 o'clock news on Friday was like deadly. And then this news was just, like, you wouldn't even know that news just got released. I'm not too pleased about how we swept that low. When one like key sign of a liquidity sweep is when it like shoots into the liquidity. You want to see it shoot into it fast and then shoot out of it fast, not that kind of literally just like walked across it like a snail. But it's still, it doesn't validate or invalidate a trade signal, it just kind of is an added narrative. How did I just, what button did I just press to do that? How am I doing that? Oh. We don't have a swing high there, do we? No, so I need like these swing highs to be broken realistically for a move up to the buy side. No 5-minute swing high, 4-minute swing high, but who cares about the 4-minute? 3 doesn't really look great, 2 looks clean, 1 looks clean. This is all assuming we break the high. Ugh. I went long and at break even from my, oh, you're getting that 20-30% reaction. I know your playbook now at buy now, Dumpy. I could enter all the trades you entered if I wanted to. Testing that CU wick, the 5-minute. I really like this for longs. I want longs. Give me longs. Don't continue lower, then I'll cry. After 23-100 hits. Yeah, but that's too low, Journey. I've not got time to wait for 23-100. I want it now. I'd be less excited about longing if we got down to 23-100. I'd be more leaning towards that narrative of closing below this daily fair value gap and retesting it like that, and then going for these, or this sell side down here. I want us to, if we're going long, we're doing it now. If we're going back up, we are doing it now. But it doesn't look like it wants to offer it now. It might just be a slow move lower, in which case I won't get any funded trades today, but I'll definitely be looking for them Thursday, Friday. Still respects daily Bissy there. Yeah, I know, but I just wouldn't want to long it at least today, if we got that low, just because we'd be so far away from those relative equal highs now. We're a good distance away from these relative equal highs to return back up to them and sweep them out. One, if we come all the way down to 23,100, depending on how fast we get there, obviously. That's previous day's low. Because right now it doesn't look like it's got much speed in it, so I wouldn't expect it to get down to 23,100 very fast. And then that would probably mean we got down to 23,100 maybe. If we got down to 23,100 by 10:30, then I like longs still, but not as much as I do here. I really like longs here. Do we have I'm just curious if we have SMT. Yeah, massive SMT, obviously, because the S has done nothing but pump. Is ES got any sign of moving higher? Other than the fact it's all-time highs. Where was ES's first presented? Was it the 9:30 as well? Can't have been, right? No, not a chance, was it? It will have been... Okay, I like that. I like the fact that ES didn't touch its first presented. Means possibly we'll get a return into first presented on ES, which would obviously mean longs for NQ would be easier. Yeah, sorry, took out swing high. Yeah. I think I will leave this long for equal highs. Are you still in it, Dumpy, or did you get stopped? Almost got taken out. Are you still in it, or? I'd assume maybe you got stopped. Because you went break even, didn't you? Didn't you? Going lower. Still in it. Oh, nice, okay. Holding on. The Dawn is holding on. I moved it down a bit. I'm waiting for 10:30 now. This is moving way too... It's going to sleep. I managed to get that eval trade at least, so that was good. That was a solid eval trade. Let me get the executions on that. I want to know how... preferences... show charge executions... That was 21, then what was that? What does that say? Yawn. Doesn't say yawn. It says 183. So like almost a 40-point move. I mean, it was a beautiful entry. What's the high of that candle? High of that candle is 22.25. So 2 ticks of drawdown on that short. And then the rest was pure profit. We don't have much in the sense of new day opening gaps, new week opening gaps down here. So there's nothing like that was stolen around. Not looking great. It doesn't look terrible. It just doesn't obviously look bullish. At least confirmation-wise. Interestingly enough, Dumpy, we just swept below my, or I should say Cammy's, value area low. Now we're displacing higher. I could take that as a 2022, but it's pretty aggressive. If we break this swing high, then I'll think about it if we break it with enough displacement. Yeah, okay, I'm going in. What's my risk there? Okay, I can go in with 2. Oh, I want this to close well though. I don't want it to. Wait a minute. Let me look at a high time frame. Is that a... If it's just a 1 minute? Oh, it's a 2 minute, but it's. Okay, wait. I don't like that close. I like perked up because of how. Yeah, I'm not long in that. Not a chance. I perked up and was about to, because it looked pretty convincing that that candle was going to shoot higher and close up like up here. And then when it reversed, I immediately got less excited. What's your value area low, Dumpy? That fair value got respected. Oh, you had it. That fair value gap there did get respected. Not something I want to long. I'll wait for this swing high to get broken. I want to see, like, that was displacement, but I didn't like the close. I want to see it form the fair value gap and move away from it. I very rarely will long something where it closes and like it closes on the fair value gap pretty much. 23,100 and 33.75. Oh yeah, this is way lower. Yours is there. Mine is 175.5. 23,175.5. How do you measure yours, Dumpy? I'm curious. Do you use like a tool, like an indicator tool, or do you? Because I use that fixed range. What's it called? Fixed range volume profile is what I use. My balls are starting to hurt from this decision. Yeah. Okay. Lower prices. Dun, dun. I use fixed range using 5 minute from market open to close. All hours. So what, like a full day's range? Because I do fixed range on the 1 minute from 9:30 to 4. It matches TopStep's, I don't know what SVP stands for, something volume profile. Session volume profile. It matches session volume profile daily 30-minute measurements, which is what I was told. I think this might hit my value area low. Yeah, I mean, looks like it's going down, so I wouldn't be surprised. But so the value area low that I have, it looks like it's basically come under that value area low, and then interestingly enough, the bodies didn't close above it. My value area low was right there. So we came below it, shot above, came below again, didn't get back above, and then now rejecting. But like again, it's, you know how I feel about value area levels. Like I've got them on my chart mainly for curiosity's sake, rather than anything substantial. Trading views as session volume profile. Ah, right, okay. I've never used the session volume profile. I've just always used that fixed range tool for previous weeks levels, previous days levels, and current sessions levels. We're well into the daily Bissy, so I think we'll work into the Bissy on the reset. Yeah. I agree with you, Journey. I'm still anticipating a long, but I am leaning towards what you've just said there. But I'm basically I'm gonna sit here until 10:30, like a little bit after 10:30, so another 15 minutes, and then like if I don't get my long set up then I'll have a peek at. Oh, hello. That looked like a pretty excited candle. I want to see this high get broken, then I will think about longing. Okay, let's see how this goes. Break the high, break the high, break the high. Yeah, the swing high is there on every time frame. I like that. I like that. Fair value gap was going to form. We disrespected this. This looks really nice, honestly. My risk will be something like 20 points, maybe. I like this. I'll take a partial at first presented, maybe, or something like that. But I can go into this with 2 micros, so I'm able to take a partial. I like how I'm framing this. I haven't even broke the swing high yet. I was literally about to enter and realised that we hadn't broke the swing high. Oh, come on, just peek your head above it. As soon as we break that swing high, my limit order's going in. Yeah, okay. I'm going to keep my limit order down there just because I like the fact that this order block's there as well. And I want to get a good entry here. I'll probably take a partial at these highs, to be honest, and then let the rest... Honestly, I might just let the rest run for like high of day, like up here. Try and catch something really nice. Take a partial at like a 1 to 1.7, 1 to 1.6. Yeah, I like that game plan. Partial here. Leave the rest on, honestly, for the equal highs. That's my trade. What I tend to do is put a stop sell there just because I know I've managed my risk. And then I don't have to see a dollar amount either, which helps psychology a little bit. I'm very happy with how I've traded this so far. Just wait on the fill. There's the fill. Let's see how this goes. I'm thinking partial there maybe actually. Or partial, okay, let me just, I'll debate partials once I see how it starts to move. Because this could just smack me out straight away, obviously. 2 minute was there. Higher time frame does look a bit consolidated, but that's okay with me on this trade. 2 and 1 minute looks solid. So the trade I'm in is here. That's a crazy RR. I think we all need to re-like the stream. It went 0 my. Oh yeah, absolutely, Dumpy. That is an absolutely brilliant idea. Brilliant idea. Everything in this trade I like, honestly. Everything in this trade looks solid to me, as far as my analysis. Where would, okay, you know what I'm going to do? Where would, in this range, where is, okay, yeah. So I'm going to take a partial at those highs just because that's, you see how that high is literally just above midpoint of the range. So I'm going to take a partial at that high. Wait, limit sell, yeah, I'm buying, so limit sell. I was going to say. What's that high? 1075, so bang bang. And then when we get to, I'm not going to bother moving to like a reduced stop, but I will go to break even once we get pretty close to this high. And then I honestly will probably just try and let the rest run. We'll see. Got to get that first partial first. But like time's lining up, analysis is lining, everything's, I'm happy with this trade. There is a nude opening gap at about 190. About where this white line is, there's a nude opening gap just below. The low of it's like here. So obviously how we treat that is going to tell me a lot. I'm just curious if I can, so mid 50% would be there. Where's 25%? Okay. I may do my like normal rules of reducing by 25% just because I would like not mind my stop being there at all. It doesn't really get in the way of anything. So I will do that actually, but that's only once we get to 191. So when we touch, yeah, okay, I like that, because that's when we touch that new day opening gap I was talking about as well. So when we do that, my stop will go to about 153.75 when we get to 191, which is that new day opening gap. Okay, just a slight reduction on my stop, just because I'm comfortable with it in this particular incident. In this particular trade. Okay, so literally right there. So now my stop is going to go to, what did I say? 1.5. I feel like it's something like that. That looks about right. I'm just curious on what the actual dollar amount of that is. About 100 and, oh no, 70. Okay, I like that. Let me just get rid of those chart executions because they're in my face. So yeah, now that new day opening gap. Let me show you guys. That new day opening gap concerns me. That concerns me quite a lot. Honestly, that is even tempting me to get out of the trade. I really don't like how it reacted there. I'd never manually exit, but that is really concerning me. We have this fair value gap there. Very small one. If we start disrespecting stuff and looking like we're going to go lower, I will manually exit that trade because that terrifies me, that new day opening gap. It terrifies the wrong word. It massively concerns me. Okay, we respected that fair value gap. No, I still like the idea. It's just that new day opening gap. Once we get past that new day opening gap, I'll be way more comfortable. That's literally the only thing holding me back. If we can break above that, I'll be like, yeah, I'll be very comfortable. I mean, you know what? Nah, I won't, because my rules don't say to, so. And my risk is within good reason, so. Doesn't go in the next few minutes, I'm done. Yeah, well, we'll see. Ugh. So my stop is at 5375. My stop's about here now. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, on the dot. Ugh. Like that fair value gap, supported it. I just need to see that new day opening gap break. I need to see us get past that new day opening gap. That tap of the low of it and rejection really worried me. Can you guys tell I'm nervous? I am nervous about this trade. My heart's racing on this one. My heart always races initially But then once it becomes clear to me, like I know at a certain point if I'm gonna win the trade or lose the trade within reason. I become a lot more comfortable once I accept the outcome. I'm at the beginning. I don't accept the outcome at all. Not I don't accept. It's not that I don't accept the outcome. I don't know the outcome. I do accept it obviously because yeah. But like right now, this nude opening gap is a pain in my ass. Once we get above that, I can go to break even, really, to be honest. Once we break above this nude opening gap. So basically what I'm thinking is if I'm going to lose this trade, it's going to come get me, like, now. If we get above these two fucking blue lines, then I'm way more comfortable. There is a tiny fair value gap here. Tiny. But it's there. Was that midpoint of the nude opening gap? Respected lower half of it. Okay, I'm actually getting ready to cut this trade. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to jam my stop up because I really don't like this nude opening gap. I'm going to break even. Very prematurely, but I just don't like this nude opening gap at all. And there we go, stop to break even. Oh, yeah, I really didn't like that. There we go. So let's see if I made the right decision there. Looks like I might have done. The only thing that's going to happen now is we're going to retap this daily fair value gap high and then continue higher, or we're going to continue lower. We literally we'll see. I'm happy not being in that because that was clearly a ball ache of a trade, and I was very aware that nude opening gap was the tipping point of the idea. Whether or not I just got out prematurely, we'll see. I went red on the account. I added and then choked it. My bad on bad trading there. Yeah, I mean, I potentially have done bad trading as well with your Dumpy. We'll see. We'll see if I should have. I feel like I had a decent read there on what it was going to do, and like I'll just be obviously way more comfortable knowing that this stopped me out. I broke my rules there, but with a lot of reasoning, not so much an emotional breakout. A lot of reasoning. We wicked it. We came back. We kept rejecting off this nude opening gap, and I didn't like it one bit. And it really, like, it didn't get going, like, at all, really. It was very meager to the upside and very quick to come down, as it normally is, but in that sense, just, like, even more so. I'm not mad at myself for that decision I made just then. I will only be, obviously, like, actually annoyed. I'm not really annoyed, but, like, just kind of like, fucking, oh well, if the trade turns out, but it's like, what am I going to do now? I'm out of the trade. I like the call and time. I just should not have added and shortened my stop loss, as I should still be in this. Yeah, well, I should still be in it with you. I should still be in it with you, Mr. Wiz. Let's see if we both eat our words, or if we're happy that we got out there and not a losing trade. I'm very happy with that break even. Like, I'll take that all day, because right now I'd be in drawdown and I'd be hating myself. If I was in this trade, I'd be hating myself for still being in it. So there you go. Such is the game. Just making sure I've got no waiting orders on the thing here. But I do think I made the right decision getting out there. I mean, it's back in. It's still a valid trade. It's absolutely still valid. Just not in the sense that it's obviously just not how it looks. It doesn't look great, but it is still valid. And that would have been me stopped. Yeah, that would have been me stopped. No, it wouldn't. I'd be in it by the skin of my teeth. That would be me out. Okay, so I'm very, very, very happy with how I traded that. I traded that very, very well, in my opinion. The long was absolutely there, and then this new day opening gap was, like I said, if I get stopped out, it'll be from here. So I trailed my stop just under here, just because I wanted to see us react. I wanted to see this all hold above. I wanted to see this tiny fair value gap get held us above, and I wanted to see this, where was it? This low here filled this imbalance, so this is an intermediate term low, so I don't want to see that broken either. Even though it's a 1 minute chart, the logic still applies. I would just still be in it. Oh, Dumpy. Is it gonna like have just wicked me out, but you'll have done the God's work? Is that what's about to happen? Also, ES is very bearish, so that makes sense. I'm not mad at myself. I'm actually glad That's a very rare case of me being glad I manually exited, just because I only manually exited there because I felt so confident about reading price today. Stop loss was below the fair value gap candle and entered in that fair value gap on the 1020 candle. Ah, right, okay, so you're the very, very similar entry to me. Yeah, you're in it by the skin of your teeth. We'll see what happens here. I'm curious as to where we go from here. I won't be in it either way, but I am curious what my... Can I see my balance? Do I have to make it bigger? Let me... if I make it larger... Can I see my balance? Oh, I made $9.50 on that trade. Not bad at all. Made $9.50 on that trade. What? Does that make sense? I feel like I saw my price for my stop loss and it was like $4. Am I being a stupid? But like, what's cool is that that's so I made $50, so that's some nice little bonus money. Even though it was a break-even trade, I made $50. Good trading, appreciated, sir. I mean, we had that eval win at the very start of the session as well, so this day has been an absolute win for me. Caught a short, tried to catch the long, didn't play out, but I read it perfectly, almost perfectly. In the sense that I saw that the model for the long was there, the logic for the long was there. I'm still absolutely not mad at myself for longing it. Because, like I say, the analysis was there, the time was there, it was coming up to 10:30, which is when I like to look for mid-session reversals. The liquidity sweep was there, the daily analysis was there, retapping of that daily FEG. We had relative equal highs to target. I had absolutely everything I needed to long that. Yeah. I would still be in it if I was being really, really comfortable in the sense of my stop loss, because my stop loss would be down there. But it was absolutely fine with my rules to get out where I got out. Or not my rule, it was absolutely fine with my rules to reduce my stop loss to where I did. It's more based off, I have like the soft rules of like, so I'll identify the low-hanging fruit, which is just the first thing in the premium for a long of the range, which was this high. Then I measure from that high to my entry, and then I can look at the 50%. Once the 50% was reached, I can reduce my stop loss by 25%, which put my stop loss there at 153.75. And that's just like, it's not so much like do this now, it's more of like, hey, if you feel comfortable reducing it, you can. And I felt way more than comfortable. to reduce that, because not only did we have this bullish fair value gap here, we had this SIBI here, which made this a balanced price range, which I don't really want to see it come into the lower half of it all if I'm right. So yeah, I couldn't be happier with how I traded that. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream there though, boys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will be back same time tomorrow for Thursday's trading. And yeah, we had some fun today on the eval and on the fundeds, so pretty good stream in my opinion. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. I will catch you boys tomorrow. Have a good one.